Hello future, understanding blockchain. Wow, have you heard the word blockchain? It's buzzing everywhere, isn't it? People talk about it with Bitcoin, with new kinds of money, and with all sorts of futuristic ideas. It sounds like something from a science fiction movie, perhaps something incredibly complicated and only for super smart computer geniuses. You might think it's way too technical for everyday folks to grasp, but hold on to your lab coats because we're about to change that perception. We are going on an adventure into the world of blockchain and it's going to be fun. Think of it like learning how a car works. You don't need to be an engineer to know it needs gas and has an engine to go. By the time we're done, you'll be able to tell your friends, "Hey, I get blockchain." It's a foundational piece of technology for the future, and understanding the basics is a great first step. Let's go. Alright, let's get to it. What exactly is this blockchain thing? Imagine a very special kind of notebook. This isn't just any notebook that one person keeps hidden away. This is a digital notebook, and the really cool part is that it's copied and shared across many computers all over the world. Think of it like a group project where everyone in the group has an identical copy of the notes, and whenever someone adds a new note, everyone else's copy updates almost instantly. In this digital notebook, we write down information, usually about transactions, like sending digital money from one person to another. Each new batch of transactions gets bundled together into something called a block. Once that page or block is full of new entries, it gets added to the notebook. Each new block gets linked to the previous block using some very smart computer magic, forming a chain. This chain of blocks keeps growing longer and longer as more transactions happen. Blockchain is a shared digital record book made of blocks of information, all chained together in order. Let's make this even clearer with an example. Imagine you want to send some digital money like Bitcoin to your friend. When you decide to send that money, you announce it to the network. This request, your transaction, gets broadcast to all those computers we talked about. Special computers on the network, sometimes called miners or validators, gather up a bunch of these new transaction announcements. They check to make sure everything is legitimate. For example, that you actually have the Bitcoin to send. Once they've checked a whole group of transactions and confirmed they are all valid, they bundle them together into a new block. This new block, full of confirmed transactions including yours, then needs to be added to the end of the existing chain. Why should we trust this blockchain thing? What makes it so special and secure? Well, a big reason is that it's not controlled by just one person or one company. Usually, your important information, like your bank account details, is stored in one central place, like the bank's main computer. If something happens to that one central computer, say it gets hacked or breaks down, then Houston, we have a problem. Blockchain is different because it's a decentralized or distributed system. The digital notebook is copied onto many computers, meaning there's no single point of failure. If one computer on the network goes offline or gets a nasty virus, it doesn't matter too much for the whole blockchain. There are thousands of other copies out there that are still correct and running. It's like having backup copies of your most important photos stored with all your friends, instead of just on your own computer. Let's consider how this incredible security works in a real-world type of scenario. Imagine a sneaky hacker, let's call him Mr. Grumbles, wants to tamper with the blockchain. He tries to go back to an old block in his copy of the blockchain and alter the records. He thinks he's so clever, changing a number here or a detail there. But here's where blockchain's super shield kicks in. As soon as Mr. Grumbles changes that information, the special cryptographic hash of that block on his computer changes instantly. This new hash no longer matches the hash that's recorded in the next block on his computer. The other computers on the network, the honest ones, are constantly talking to each other and comparing their copies of the blockchain. They quickly notice that Mr. Grumble's version of the chain is different and doesn't match the majority. His altered block, with its incorrect hash, will be rejected by the rest of the network. His attempt to cheat the system fails because the true, unaltered blockchain is upheld by the majority. Now, while sending digital money like Bitcoin is a famous use of blockchain, this technology is like a super talented multi-tool. It can do so much more than just handle finances. Its ability to create trustworthy, shared records opens up a whole universe of possibilities across many different industries. Think about anything where trust, transparency, and keeping track of things accurately is important. Blockchain can probably help make it better, faster, or more secure. One super exciting application is something called smart contracts. These are like regular contracts, agreements between people, but they are written in computer code and live on the blockchain. The cool part? They can automatically execute themselves when certain conditions are met. Blockchain is also making waves in supply chains. Do you ever wonder where your food comes from or if that fancy handbag is genuine? Blockchain can track products every step of the way. Each item can get a unique digital identity on the blockchain, and every time it moves or changes hands, that information is recorded in a new block. This creates a transparent and verifiable history, helping to fight counterfeit goods and ensure products are what they claim to be.